Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. And we are 23 minutes away from 9 o'clock. With me in the studio is none other than Ms. Sherry Gibbs. Good morning, dear.
Morning.
And you're the Dean of Faculty of Arts, Science, and Technology at Galen. And the acronym for that is FAST.
Right, yeah.
Okay, so you're a fast woman.
Yeah. Well, maybe slowing down a bit now, but yeah, still trying to be fast. Yeah. But I think our programs are fast, so that's good.
All right. Tell me more about it.
Yeah, so we have 5 programs within FAST. We have one associate's degree that we're quite proud of, and that's the veterinary technology.
Veterinary technology.
Yeah,
Is that
it's
new?
an associate's degree. No, we've had it. We've graduated a couple cohorts already. We started it just right before the pandemic.
Okay.
But it's it's a 2-year program. The students have to do an internship. Our interns get really great support from Belize Animal Medical Center in Belize City here and the zoo. Okay. So we get our interns in there as well as Baja, other vets around the country so that our students can get out there and do some really good hands-on applicable work with animals.
Maybe I should contact one of those interns. I have a problem with a cat in my yard, but I can't catch her.
Oh, all right.
She's fast too,
Yeah, she's fast. Yeah.
So, what arts? What's in the arts section?
So the arts is more social science.
Okay.
We do have those general education core courses, and we do have art courses that students can take that are required within that. But it really covers more of the social sciences. So we have anthropology, which is my area and my background is in more biological archaeology. But still under the greater umbrella of anthropology, which covers
Which is the study of people?
Study of us, humans, culture, societies, our development. Not just right now, but also in the past, understanding, how we got to where we are today and looking at where we can go in the future. So it really combines various facets from our health and development to economies, the foods that we eat, subsistence, how we live, what we believe in, why we believe in certain things.
I don't want to change. Well, I don't want to move the discussion in a different direction, but I'd love to chat with you on exactly those, on a different type of program.
Yeah, that would be great.
Why we are and become the selfish people we are today all over the world. What things have changed, being an anthropologist.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's the arts and then the science?
Well, I want to include also within the arts, we have criminal justice.
Okay.
And we've had that program
Forensics or anything like that?
No. Not so much forensics, but we actually have forensic anthropology. I don't know if you remember when we had the forensic team here back in January. So we do have forensic anthropology. It includes a little bit of forensic archaeology. But within criminal justice, we cover the 4 areas of criminal justice, or what we sort of see as the 4 areas, the traditional policing, corrections, the judiciary, but we also put some emphasis on human services, human development, so looking at community, the impacts that community can have on crime, preventing crime, what's going on in communities. Sort of that idea that you have healthy communities and healthy people, then you have a positive environment for young people to grow up in. So looking at juvenile justice, community systems, that sort of thing. Restorative justice is also a big part of our program.
Okay.
And so important that's sort of the beginning, the human services aspect of things. And if you have those positive, healthy, happy communities, then we don't need to have such an emphasis on policing, corrections, and courts. It sort of eases off on those. But we have great relationship with all areas of the criminal justice system that our students have access to.
All sounds intertwined to me.
Yeah, it's all intertwined. And actually anthropology could be a part of that. So some anthropology students minor in criminal justice.
And you need the technology to put it, I guess.
Yeah,
for the information and data.
The criminal justice and anthropology and environmental science students have to take GIS, with this geographical information systems.
That's right.
So like policing using hotspots and understanding where crimes are happening, vulnerable areas, they're using GIS for that now today.
Okay, do you get a lot of demand for this?
Yeah,
You
huge.
do?
It's our biggest program.
Well, it's,
Yep, there's a real demand for.
is this a packaged program, or you have to take them individually?
The criminal justice?
No, the FAST.
Or all of the programs? Yeah, the idea is that you choose what program you're going to major in. But anthropology, you can minor in any of the programs that we offer at Galen.
So can you do a bachelor's, basically meddling with all of these, but majoring in one? Because
Yeah.
you have to have a little bit of, to get a full-rounded,
Yeah,
I
to get a
guess.
little bit of everything. And that's kind of where those general education core courses come in. But we do have supporting courses within the program. So criminal justice students have to take anthropology. They have to take a social problems class, the GIS that I mentioned, as well as a science course. So you do get a little bit of everything. And like I said, you can minor in any of the other courses, which I think really adds to what you're getting if an anthropology student wants to minor in marketing or entrepreneurship or
course.
business
You need to know
admin,
what people are
economics.
thinking.
Yeah, it opens up a variety of more doors for you. Makes you more marketable, really,
Of course.
and really broadens your mind. So within the arts part of FAST, the anthropology and in criminal justice. And then in the science, we have environmental science. And computer science sort of straddles the technology and the science, as does the vet tech program.
Yeah. Degrees, associates, bachelors? How high do you
Associates
go?
is just for the vet program right now. We are introducing actually an associate's in computer science.
Okay.
So most of the junior colleges have an IT or an ICT associate's degree. And that's really looking at sort of networking, hardware, but our computer science program emphasizes programming, so software development. What you're going to do with with your computers, with your tablets, with your phones. So looking at the software, the apps, the programs that these devices use. And that's really what's in huge demand right now, and especially if we're looking at AI, and programming, being able to understand it, how it works. Computer science is really, and program is really becoming a huge.
What degree do you, bachelor's? Is that
Yeah, that's a bachelor's,
bachelor's?
but also an associate's degree.
associate's degree? Can you go further if you want to do a master's? Or?
Sure, you can do a master's. Right now, we don't have a master's in computer science. We have a couple that are in the works, and we'll announce those shortly. But right now, a business administration master's degree.
But I understand Galen does have some sort of program or connection with universities outside of Belize, so you can further your studies.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And our students get a lot of support to be able to go outside. So, for example, we just had some students, 4 students from the environmental science program just came back from England. They were part of a science communication and paleoecology program where they learned about science communication using paleoecology, and they just came back, I think, Thursday. And it was really fantastic to hear what they were having to say about it and how fired up they are, and they want to now continue. They see the possibilities and they want to go on. But also, too, learning science communication, so how to go out there and talk to people about science, why science is important, what you can do with science. And so our idea is that we'll get them into schools. They can talk to kids in primary and secondary school and talk to them about options that are out there. I think sometimes kids maybe don't realize that there are all of these opportunities for them and all of these different things that you could do with science, with math, engineering, physics, all of those fun science areas that are so important, but we're not taking advantage of.
I'm glad you said that, because we hear in the news and government departments and even the Chamber of Commerce saying there are businesses and companies that need certain expertise which we don't have. Is this one of those programs that could prepare you better for the marketplace?
Yes, and one of the things that we've been doing within FAST as well as in business and education faculties is really looking at those needs and listening to what employers, what industry, what organizations are saying that they need and what's lacking. And so building into our programs courses like program management or program development and management, monitoring and evaluation. It's not typically something that you might think of learning or taking a class in school, but realizing that it's so important. And not having people with those skills right now kind of sets us back. And so if we can start to build up that capacity in program management,
that's why I asked you,
monitoring.
there's a demand for it.
Yeah.
Are the young realizing that this is an area to go to? But
I'm hoping they realize, yeah. But
but
I think they are when they go out looking for jobs.
Well, can we absorb them?
I think so. Because I think right now a lot are being looked are being brought in from outside because we just don't have people here. And so if we can prevent having to look outside, we have all of that expertise here in the country. That's what we really need to do.
What about handling it someone? You may have an individual student out there who's listening and saying, "Hey, this is interesting. Maybe I should try this." But we also have, especially public departments and departments that need this kind of expertise. Is there any interest in training their own people, like a company or the police, for instance, or the army, or I mean, people in security in our country? We talk about insecurity, and we need a better judicial system. Is there any interest that you see that our government is making an effort to train its people? And you offer that kind of training?
Yeah. And so they've been reaching out to us, and we do offer certificate programs, diploma programs. When we hear that there's a need or somebody or an organization reaches out to us, we can put something together and then offer it. We work with the International Organization for Migration to offer a diploma program in migration and migration management. It's 5 courses. We're going to be starting the next cohort shortly. So for anybody out there who's listening, who's in immigration, police, customs, Coast Guard, anybody who deals with migrants, this program is available through funding the IOM. And so they can get in touch with us to find out more.
That's good to know. That's good to know.
We're hoping to get something going with the Human Trafficking Institute. So that would also be a diploma program. And what we do as well is that these courses are accessible for our current undergrads. So if you're in a criminal justice program, can take these courses. We're looking at how we can incorporate, so if we do a human trafficking program, incorporate that into the criminal justice program where the students can concentrate in that area. So that's something that's being looked at with the Human Trafficking Institute and the IOM.
Migrating from any of the junior colleges in the country, let's say I spent 2 years doing business administration, and I want to do this.
And you want to switch over to criminal justice? Yeah, sure.
But I have to start fresh?
No, not necessarily. There's a lot of courses that will transfer over. So like I'd mentioned, those general ed courses.
It sounds like apples and oranges, you know.
But not so much, because you're coming in, you've got a background in your business admin, so you've got some writing background, understanding maybe organizational behavior.
Okay.
Having you then come into criminal justice or to anthropology, I think would be fantastic, because again, you've now got an associate's in business admin.
Right.
Now you're going to get a bachelor's degree in something else. So
that's pretty good.
Yeah, you're opening up so many more doors for you. I think it's really great to diversify.
What about the science or the
the same thing. We have students doing that too. I also encourage students too, when they're coming from high school, and they might say, well, I majored in business in high school. Do I have to stay in that? And I always tell people, it doesn't matter what you've done before. If you want to try something different, I think you should. If the opportunity is there available for you, take advantage. Learn something new if you're interested in it. We have a variety of different services to assist people. So if you're coming from business and you want to try to get into environmental science or computer science, but maybe you're nervous about math, maybe having to take physics, we have tutoring. We work with you to get through that. But I'm of the opinion that you can switch gears. You don't have to stay in one track for your whole life sort of thing. And you're so young, especially these students coming from high school or junior college, and you think, well, I've got this now. I have an understanding of it, but I want to try something new. You know, you have everything available to you.
Actually, it's advisable to do that.
Yeah.
To become
more diversified.
More diversified and
yeah.
also take on a specialty in the course or something.
Yeah.
You know, business admin students may migrate naturally to, say, accounting or something like that.
But if you think if you have a business admin background and then you get into criminal justice or environmental science, you have a business background. And so if you want to go into consulting, you've got a good foundation of a business, an understanding of business and how it works. And now you can get into an area that you might really be interested.
How easy it is to take these courses? On campus, online? How does that work?
Yeah, some of our programs are online. Criminal justice is online. Computer science is a hybrid. You can do it fully online or you can come to campus. The Vet Tech program is online with practicals being obviously face-to-face.
So you do have to come to campus at some point?
At some point, yeah, for those courses. But you're told ahead of time when it's going to be. So for those who are working, it's easy for you to make the arrangements to come in. For students coming out of high school who might want to do criminal justice but are concerned because it's online, you can do all of your general education core courses on campus. And we have a lot of students who do that. So they can spend the time on campus, get that the campus life, and then you take your criminal justice classes online in the evenings.
Do you find students prefer to do online or on campus? I'm an old university student. Nothing would replace on-campus experience.
I know, I'm the same. And I think students like being on campus, but what they like or appreciate about being online is they don't have to move to CAIO. So it saves money. Transportation, so you don't have to spend. We'd have students coming from Orange Walk or Belize City to campus every day, and that's, at least 2 to 3 hour bus ride.
Yeah.
There and then the same back. So your travel time gets eliminated. Your cost of travel is eliminated. So it's really convenient to be online. I don't know if it's necessarily that students like being online better.
But because of logistics, they have
it's easy. And I think COVID showed us that you can, just kind of lounge in bed or in your room.
Well, but that's my point. I mean, how committed are you when you do something like that? How do you grade someone like that?
Yeah, and that's...
At the end of the day, now that they're talking about exams may not be necessary, or why do we have exams and all that? Is that all that changing? You as a professor,
it's really
I am
changing.
On campus, another student is online.
Yeah.
You get to know me better than you get to know that student.
Yeah. And a lot of faculty prefer face-to-face.
Of course.
I think that's because what you're used to. You're talking to a student, so we're talking. I can see your facial expressions. If a student's just putting their head down and not listening, or, puts in their headphones or just gets up and walks away, then okay, something's happening. I don't have their attention. I need to kind of shift what I'm doing, but you have no idea what's going on. So you try to have as much engagement as you can.
But does that make the university demand a percentage of, hands-on, face-to-face?
Yeah, not...
That's necessary?
But you can still do hands-on online, depending on the assessment. So whether it's having students give presentations, do some research and present on it. So much of what we're having to do is... gathering information and then disseminating, talking about it. Doesn't matter what job you get into, you're going to have to communicate with people and explain to them, working in groups. As much as students dislike having group projects, we were just having a conversation yesterday that I can't think of really any job that you're going to have where you're just going to be working all by yourself. And not have to deal with anybody else or collaborate with anyone else. And so
you can see some of the bigger companies are demanding their employees return to the office outside.
Yeah. So there are a lot of different things that you can do with online classes to assess students, to make sure that they're getting the information, that they are understanding the information that they're getting. And depending on the course, if it's computer science, you put together a program.
So Galen University knows what it's doing, folks. If you're out there interested, so how do I register? How do I'm listening to you. What would you recommend my next step be?
Go into our website. All of the information that you need is on the website. Our address is www.galen.edu.bz. Social media, we're all over social media, and so you can look for us
there. So we can find you.
Yeah.
Information is there.
Yeah, information is there. I can give phone numbers, but if anybody's available,
well, they can do it. I mean, all these young people, especially, it's at their fingertips. I only ask a question because I'm an old phobia. But anyway.
But we also have a northern campus, and I just wanted to plug this because while we are based at Central Farm,
Escuela Mexico?
Yeah, we've collaborated with Escuela Mexico, and that's going to be our northern campus base, and we're looking to have classes face-to-face up there if we can get a cohort. So students who've graduated from some JC and want to continue with a bachelor's degree, want to continue on campus where they were, they don't have to worry about coming down to where we are in Central Farm. They can continue with their bachelor's degree. And we've been working with a number of the JCs, the junior colleges, with MOUs to ensure that we can match their program with our program. So if you've done an associate's degree in environmental science from Sacred Heart or some JC, we can give you half of your bachelor's degree in transfer credits. So that really is going to help students coming in. Yeah, absolutely. And so you're really just coming in then for 2 years with us.
What would be a basic financial demand on a student? What do you think it would cost? Do you have an idea? I mean, basic. I'm not talking living on campus.
Yeah.
The full life.
Yeah. So per credit hour, it's $320 per credit hour. And so then depending on whether you're doing an associate's degree, which would be the vet tech program, or our new computer science associate's degree, or if you're transferring in, that would be 2 years. But if you're coming from high school, it's 4 years. I really love getting students coming in from high school. So I know the cost is going to be a little bit more, but not all of our programs can be fully transferred in. So there is no junior college that offers anthropology. So if you want to study anthropology in all of the different areas and get into archaeology and the biological aspects or linguistics, that's going to be 4 years, but you're not going to lose anything by going to a junior college first and then coming to us.
Okay.
But yeah, that's what the cost is. We just survive on tuition. We don't get anything else.
Would it be less expensive to go from high school straight to you instead of doing 2 years at junior college and coming to you? Because I think junior college is on campus. You have to be there, basically.
Yeah. I think so. That's my... Yeah. That's how I feel about it.
Everybody has to balance the pros and cons of this. But Galen obviously has assistance to help you as far as
we have our finance office really does a wonderful job, and they have there are different ways that people can finance there. We have a student loan program, we have a payment plan, and we really try to work with students to ensure that they're able to continue to get that degree, because we're realizing that it's just so important right now. Once upon a time, right, it was you needed high school, and it was junior college, but now the demand to have a bachelor's degree, and soon it'll probably be a master's degree. And so this really is your springboard to get you where you want to go.
Okay. Any I know usually universities have these pop-up shops.
There's going to be one on Thursday.
Where?
I can't remember. No, it's on Thursday, but we'll let you know.
Okay.
Yeah, it's going to be here in Belize City, though. No, it's in Belize City.
It's in Belize City. Okay.
Yes, it's in Belize City. And also on Thursday, it's a really busy day for us. One of our colleagues from a college in the U.S. he teaches with us, and he's been doing research at the Belize Central Prison. He's going to be presenting on his research, which is looking at reincarceration rates, recidivism, and alternatives. And so he's been doing his research at the prison, and he's going to be presenting on his findings. So anybody out there who's interested in this area, again, can get in touch with us to register for Thursday. It'll be from 9 to 2 at the BIM office or BIM Center.
Okay. So it's Galen, and it's a fast program. I hope we give you enough information and respect your interest, especially young people. It's graduation time right now, but your life has to continue, and you need to decide what you want to do. And Galen might just be the place for you to find your future.
Yep.
Anything I left out?
No, I think that's great. And take advantage. It's really about, your future and what you're going to do with it. Students might want to get out and think they want to work for a bit, but there's always that danger of once you start working, then you just kind of get stuck into that.
That's true.
Come back and get your education, finish it, and then you have your whole life
But
ahead
that's
of
not
you.
saying that you can
Oh, yeah, you
get
can
a
work
little bit of
part-time.
both.
Yeah,
With
absolutely.
Galen, you can do,
Yeah, with
you
these
have to
call
work at the same
centers,
time.
yeah, you can work part-time, and that too can help fund your education and get it done. We've had students who graduate with a bachelor's degree and they're 19, and it's just amazing. You have your whole life ahead of you, and you can do anything you want.
And let's face it, Belize needs it. We do need those areas.
Yep.
Dean of Faculty of Arts, Science and Technology, Ms. Sherry Gibbs, thank you for coming in.
Thanks so much for
From
having
Galen
me in.
University, always a pleasure. Until next time, we'll meet again. And in fact, we do need to have that
Yeah,
show with you on anthropology and where the
Yeah.
human race is going now.
that would be great. That would be good
With
fun.
all the political influences and the politicians behaving the way they are. But let's not get into that more.
Yeah.
All right, folks, we'll be joining you again tomorrow. Please, thank you for being with us this morning on The Morning Show. Tomorrow morning, another edition. I want to say thank you to William, our behind-the-scenes cameraman, switcher, Karen in the radio studio, our producer, Manuela, and assisted by Rich. And to all of you, wherever you are, be kind to somebody today. Belize and beyond, thanks for choosing love. Bye-bye.
Good morning, Belize.